Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great. My name is Shannon and this is my channel, The Sewing Warehouse. It is a very rainy Monday afternoon. I just finished work and I should be studying now. So I guess no better time than now to film a vlog. So here I am. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit different as I want to talk in depth about the app called Stash Hub. Now, some of you might have heard about Stash Hub, I should say correctly, Stash Hub. And if you have, you probably know that this week is all about the launch party. They're officially launching the official finished app this week. And I am here to tell you about it, show you how it works, tell you what I think about it, and basically kind of, show you around before you download it yourself. So basically, I will tell you a little bit first about what Stash Hub is. It is an app made by a sewist, so for sewists, and especially garment makers like me. That's what it works best for. And basically you can store all your fabrics and your patterns in there, and then also your projects that you want to make, measurements from people, and kind of like a shopping list that you can have in there. Now, I have used this app now for a couple months. I started using it when it first came out as a beta version. And so I've seen like all the steps it's made and all the improvements. And I really love it. Like, it's so easy because like normally I would lug my project book around everywhere I go, but now it's all just in my phone. It just makes it so much easier. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So here we are in the app, and I'm just gonna show you what I have in it currently. You can see here, this is the tab for the fabrics. You can see like I've named it, the kind of fabric, and then the amount of fabric that I have. Then next you can go to the patterns, so you can see like I have all the patterns here. This is just what it looks like. I use some of my own pictures if I made the thing already. Then this is the projects tab, so you can name it and you put the fabric and the pattern in that you want to make, and it shows the status here as well. And then here you have the tab measurements, so you can put in the measurements for all the people that you're sewing with, if you're if you're so kind to make things for other people. And then here is the shopping list, and you can tick off the boxes as well if you've got something. So yeah, now I'm going to show you how to add things to the app. But I want to put in a little disclaimer and say that I have already taken pictures before recording this, so that's just a little disclaimer here. Now, what I tend to do first is upload the picture first, so that way, if I can find the pictures, here, like this one. So it just makes it a bit easier to fill everything in if I've selected the fabric first. So now you see here what it is. I can name it, and I can say green with red flowers, because I'm not very creative with names. So I guess that's the description is kind of like the same. So I say jersey with flowers or something. Now, I know I bought 1.8 meters of this. I do not know the width. I know it is a waffle jersey, actually. Waffle jersey. Now, that's the type. You can put in the composition saying like, oh, it has like 5% elastane or things like that. Now, I don't know with this fabric because I bought it at the show. So if you buy something online, you can just fill in the specs here. Feel way easier because they tend to have those kind of specs on the website. You can put in a category. I can say if it was £8 per meter. I purchased it on the 4th because that's when I went to the Creative Craft Show. I know the shop is. I bought it. What was the name again? Something like Betty Designs. I have to figure out. You can put in like if you have the thread medge. If you bought thread for it already, you can just here put in like the number of the thread that you bought, so you can easily refer back to it. Now here you put in the colors. Now as you see, it comes with like the preloaded text. So these are colors I've put in before, and it remembers it. And now I don't have to type out that it's like green, but it also has red. See? Well, I haven't washed it yet. Location, yeah, like it says, like second drawer. Like if you keep your fabric in multiple places around the house, it's really nice that they have this location so you can easily find it if you're looking for it. Now I only have one box with fabrics, so I don't need this, so I don't fill it in. Fabric status, you can here just say like, yeah, uncut, it was a remnant, scraps or used. So obviously mine, I haven't used it before. And notes, I can just put in like, oh, bought at Creative Craft Show. And well, it's all automatically saved. So all I have to do now is black, and it will be here. So there's not really like yeah, the way it is shown here, the list, it's in alphabetical order, but you can also say, well, I want it the other way around. I want it per price, purchase date, length, color. So you can sort it in different kinds that you know, different points. So if I say, oh, price, then I guess this was the cheapest, and this was the most expensive. Although no, it doesn't have a price. But it would, yeah. Now not all the features work 100% yet, I don't think, because oh yeah, so here this one will be the cheapest. Also, like some things aren't filled in yet because like I put it in with before those boxes became available. So you could see sometimes if you open another fabric, you see empty things. Like, oh, it's because probably you didn't fill them in because they weren't there yet, basically. Another feature is that you can filter. So you can say, oh, I only want to show fabrics that are a maximum 1.5 length. Well, it only shows one. Or if from a certain shop, or if they're pre-washed, or so you can filter them in all sorts of way. Then the patterns, Obviously you can sort those as well, garment type or name. You can filter them by, let's say, designer. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Or garment type. Let's say I want to see all the jackets that I have, just only one. Or I want to see all the jumpsuits. There's 2. So that's very easy. Now I'm gonna add a pattern. I'm just gonna quickly grab the specs that I need with this pattern as well. And 1, 2, 3 to that. There they are. I'm gonna add the picture because it just makes it easier for me, so I can refer back to it. So I say, well, this pattern comes from a magazine, and this magazine doesn't give names, but it gives numbers. So I'm gonna say tunic number is 31. The designer, well, it already says here because it's a tunic. It's a female pattern. The size range is 34 to 54. Notions. That's a good question. Where I'm gonna find that? 1 second, guys. I need to find where it lists the notions so I can put those in immediately as well. It was number 31. Right. Notions, it needs interfacing. It needs buttons, 12 buttons. And 24 power dots. Now, I'm not aware of what those things are, but probably find it if I Google it at some point if I ever get around to making it. Well, then it says suggested fabrics. Just again on another page. My goodness. I like the patterns in this magazine, but it's definitely not an efficient way of listing things. Okay. So it says cotton, so I can put in cotton. It says flannel, so I can make it in flannel. I think this one would be made. I think it could be made in linen as well. I'm just going to add it because I love linen. Lightweight linen. All right. Length needed. It said for the smaller sizes 1.95 meters, 2.2 meters, 2.3. So I'm just going to put approximately 2.5 meters because then I'll know at least have enough. The pattern format, I'm going to say paper because it's in a magazine. So I have it printed. Well, the location, I only have one location. I should probably put in the number of the magazine. It is October 2022. Unmade. So here, if you like want to make the pattern again, you can put in like any adjustments that you have made to the pattern when you made it before. You can also put in like notes, like I put for some patterns that I've won them in a challenge, things like that. If there are certain hashtags that the pattern uses and you want to share it on Instagram, you can put them here so you don't forget them. Well, you can here say, okay, I've printed it, traced it, cut it out. So basically kind of like a progress thing. Well, obviously this one's already printed. So that's good. I've added a picture. Now, if you have only a digital file and you want to like keep track of it, you can add it here as well. So if I have a PDF pattern, I can just add it here so I can always know where to find it. Then we go back and it will show up here. If I say filter designer, if I then choose that one, and I can see here it is on the bottom. Now, the next thing I can do is look at my projects. So I tend to like filter out the ones that aren't completed yet, because like, okay, it's completed, so I don't need to have them in my projects list all the time. I just want to see what like I'm planning or what is in progress, things like that. I don't really like want to see all the completed projects here all the time. And this is what is a little bit annoying to me. Like, to me, if I would have cleared the filter, I would want these completed projects at the bottom so I can always see the planning ones on top. And I know I can filter it, but now every time I open the app, I have to put in the filter again, that I don't want to see the completed ones, and then I get my plans, but still they're not really sorted by like deadline date or anything. So if I say deadline, like I don't have a deadline for this. 1/12/2022. Interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to show you how I'm going to add it. So you can put here a title. So I'll say I want a turtleneck top. Here I'm going to add the fabric that I just used. I'm going to put here that I'm going to use all of it. You can even, like, if you would have like a coat that's lined, you can add here the lining, or if you want to use two different kinds of fabrics, you can add that here as well, which is nice. Then I'm going to add the pattern. So this is a new feature. So I have now, if you see, if you remember, I put a filter on here. So if you then go to projects, it keeps the filter, which is what I didn't want. But if that is the case, I'm just going to make it easier for myself and put in the right designer. Then go back to projects. I have to start over again, but that's okay. Turtle neck top. Add the fabric. I'm going to use all of it, I'm expecting. Then I want to make this. I don't know the size yet. Like, for me, It doesn't really have a high priority. I wouldn't say just an idea because I already have the pattern and I have the fabric. So it's a normal priority. It's a winter clothes. I don't have a deadline. I haven't done anything yet. But basically, as you can see, like you could put in the priority high, and you could have in the project here, you can then sort on priority, and then it shows you the one with the highest priority basically. Also, like you could put in notes, like if you want to make adjustments to the pattern, or if you made a toile and you want to just write something down about it. You can set a deadline if you want to, and you can keep basically track of the progress here, like you've cut it out, you've sewn it, you photographed it, you shared it. You can say in what day did you complete it. You can add pictures and a caption, basically like if you want to share it on Instagram, you can write your caption out here, and then copy it and then paste it to Instagram basically immediately. So that's it. Now if you want to add measurements, you can upload a picture of the person that you want to add measurements for, name. You can say, well, I've done the measurements at this day, and basically you can put in all the measurements. And what's really nice about this is that you can add measurements as well. So you can just add one, you come up with a name, say like leg rise or crotch rise, whatever you want to call it, crotch rise, add, and you can add it. You can choose to add it in centimeters or inches, but that's actually really easy. I'm just going to delete that now because I don't need to add anyone. And again, like I shown before, it's really easy. You can say I want green Marifax thread. Well, and then once you've bought it, you can cross it off. Done. So that is basically how it works. I enjoy it, and especially the project tab, because I can just see like, oh yeah, this is what I have planned. And it's nice that it's like actually visual, because I have a notebook where I write it all down, but then like try to describe the fabric that you have. Like sometimes it's not that easy, so it's nice just to have a picture like, oh yeah, this is what I have planned and this is what it's gonna look like. The only thing, I have it twice now, do you see that? I'm just gonna delete this. Delete. The only thing that that's not working properly for me just yet is the fact that if I put in here that I'm going to use fabric, like if I show you like the complete ones, like this one, I have here put in that I've used 3.5 meters of this fabric. I would want to go back to my fabrics and see here that I have half a meter left. But now it just says 4 meters, which is, I bought 4 meters, but I've used it. So it does change the status to used, but it doesn't change the amount I have left just yet. Like I know that's a thing that's on the wish list to get done. So that is what we are waiting for. Other than that, I'm really happy. Like it's really easy to use. It's very user friendly. I have not had any issues with it, so it's never crashed before or anything. It's really easy to like change a picture. You can easily add pictures as well. Like if I wanted to add another picture here, I could take a photo or select another picture, and I could make that the top picture as well. which is easy. I don't think I have an example of that. So yeah, that was me showing you around the app and how you can use it and how it works. There is more features coming. There is a roadmap for things that they want to roll out, like a pattern wish list and things like I said about the fabrics, that they want to make sure like it automatically shows the amount you have left rather than the amount you bought, because it's not really helpful, or like it automatically archives it or something like that, because it's not helpful if the fabric tab shows you all this fabric that you had and you've already made into things. Obviously you only want to see the fabrics that you have left and you can still make things with to feel inspired. So yeah, that was the app. This week is launch week. They've officially released the app. It is free to use. It's available in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Apple, what's it called? Apple iTunes or something. I don't know. There's a free version, and with the free version you can upload 20 fabrics and 20 patterns. You can add one picture per record, and you can only use the sort option and not the filter option. Whereas if you go for Stash Hub Plus, you can have unlimited uploads of patterns and fabrics. You can add multiple pictures and you can sort and filter. And it costs a whopping $3.49 per month, pounds that is. So I think for what the app is, it is really worth it. Especially if it's just like someone making it in their free time. They have costs for it to store all the data that is in the app. So I don't think it is a high price to pay for usage of the app, especially since you can save all your PDF patterns in there as well. I think that is actually quite brilliant, because it's then like in the cloud and you can log into the app on multiple devices, and you can basically like then access those files from all the devices because it's saved in the cloud. So for patterns it's good, but especially for like instructions it's really good, because I tend to sometimes use more devices for instructions. Like I have a tablet that I mainly use for instructions, but sometimes the battery's dead, or you know, I'm too lazy to go grab it upstairs, so I want to use it on my phone. So if I have the app on both my devices and it's logged into the same account, so it just like loads everything. So I should have all the files then on my phone and on my tablet, so I can just switch around. So I think that is really good. So yeah, this was my review, deep dive of Stash Hub. I hope you will have a look at it and download the app. Like I said, it's worth it, and you can just try it out for free for some time. And then if you feel like you want to upgrade, you can do that. So you don't have to like commit to it immediately. So yeah. There's also a Facebook community for Stash Hub users. So if you ever run into any issues or have questions or have ideas to improve the app, you can post in there. You can talk to other sewists, make more online friends. So it's basically really good. Like all things in the sewing community are good like that. People are always really I can't believe it. No one ever thought of it before. And we were all just kind of using Trello, I think, for the most part, trying to make that work for us. But this app, trust me, is so much better than Trello, because I was using it and it just wasn't, yeah, it wasn't really it, you know? And this is great. So, yeah, I hope you have a good evening and it will stop raining soon. Okay, bye.